Good morning, gang. Happy Tuesday morning. We are back. The sun is coming up, and hopefully it's not going to rain today so I can get some work done. So, got an email last night and wanted to talk about this because this is something that we don't think about because maybe it doesn't affect us, or so we think, but it actually does. You know, over the last couple of years, we've heard and seen all the reports about the housing market, how housing has got so expensive, rent has got so expensive, people are getting priced out of the market. You know, the millennial generation, the Zoomers, are afraid that they're never going to be able to buy a house because everything's so expensive, right? Y'all know this story. Then you hear the other people, and I hear this too. Oh, this is so cool. Look, the value of my house has gone up $200,000. And I'm like, are you planning on selling? They're like, no. Like, then what are you happy about? You know, the issue is if your value of your property goes up, so do your taxes. So does insurance. Because now taxes obviously never go down. They always try to go up, okay? And, you know, insurance, if it costs $300,000 to rebuild your house where it used to cost $200,000, well, the insurance company doesn't go, hey, no problem, we're Joe Biden, we have a money tree in the backyard. They go, no, we're going to have to increase premiums on everybody. Okay. You know, there was a story down in Florida of a lady, this was a couple of days ago in the news, where she used her savings, everything she had to buy a house, and put her down payment on her house, get her house, and she was so happy. And a year later, her taxes went up 174%. And now she's got to sell the house because she can't afford to pay the taxes. I mean, the 174% number is shocking. Reading the story, I think her taxes went from $27.50 a year to $47.50. Now, granted, an extra $2,000 is a lot of money, but if you bought a house and you're hanging on a thread that you can't come up with $2,000 in a year, more than that, maybe you bought too much house. Okay, that's just the only thing I'm going to say. But people in Nevada, Texas, Tennessee, Florida, interestingly enough, no income tax states, are seeing a crazy influx in people moving from California, Illinois, New York, Massachusetts, the high tax states, but the taxes has nothing to do with it, according to Joe Biden or Gavin Newsom or any of the other cast of clowns. Now, that's not the only thing. When you buy a house, most people don't pay cash for it, like almost everybody. We get a mortgage, and you guys know as well as I do that when you get a mortgage, the mortgage company requires you to carry insurance on the house. Just like when you buy a car, the finance company requires you to carry insurance on the car. Well, here's the issue. More and more and more and more are insurance companies refusing to write insurance policies for houses, but they are now going to the point of telling customers who have been with them for years, we're not going to insure you anymore. That gets scary because now you go, the hell do I do? Because if you fail to have the insurance when you've got a mortgage, the mortgage company will insure you, and your insurance rates are astro-freakonomical, 3 to 5 times what you're paying through an insurance company. I want to read you this email, okay? And I'll leave the person's name out because they didn't give me a handle. It's just his personal name, so I'm not going to give you his name. It says, hey, Pinball, I hope your day is going great. For me and my wife, it's been sort of crappy. On Friday, we got a letter from our homeowners insurance saying that they're going to cancel us because we had hazardous material in our backyard. Okay, wait. So this morning, my wife gets on the phone to call the insurance company, which is AAA, and the hazardous material in our backyard is our firewood. so they're canceling us because we have a wood stove in our home. They said they would not cancel us if we had central heat and air, and we've been with AAA for 14 years now. So far, my wife has not found anybody else that will cover us until we put central heat and air in our house. I did not know if you'd heard about this or not, so I thought I'd email you and tell you this. We live in Oklahoma, and we were just told by one other insurance company that my wife talked to that a lot of the insurance companies are leaving Oklahoma because we've had too much damage here recently for all the storms. They say having a fireplace is one thing, but we need to have central heat in there for backup. We're very pissed here in Oklahoma. Now, I had heard similar stories coming out of California, so I went and looked this up. That State Farm was leaving California, or not writing insurance in California anymore, because there's too much damage from all the wildfires, which of course is complete mismanagement by the Democrats who are running the state, because as most of you know, they won't go through and clear the underbrush from the forests, and so therefore there's a perfect fuel, and we can get into that. I've talked about that before. All right. So I went and looked at this, and I just did a quick search for insurance companies leaving states. Oh, that didn't take long to find anything. Okay. You've got insurance companies bailing in California. You've got them bailing in Louisiana. You've got them bailing in Florida, obviously Oklahoma, down Texas, all over the place. And their excuse is it's too expensive to rebuild. We're having too many issues with tornadoes, wildfires, flooding, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, figure hurricanes, pick something. Natural disasters. Now, I want you to think past here, something that the media will never bother to do. We all know that most of the financial institutions, of which insurance companies are part of, are very strong liberal entities, supporting Joe Biden, supporting Gavin Newsom, any of the liberal governors, liberal representatives, senators, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, they love the liberal idea. So now they're going to claim that they can't insure. It's not cost effective. And I understand cost effectiveness for a business. Business is not in business to lose money. I get you. Okay. But if you're an insurance company and you can't write insurance, you're out of business. Okay. The states just need to start pulling their, you don't want to write house insurance here? Good. You're not writing health insurance. You're not writing car insurance. You're not writing life insurance here either. Okay. Done. You either do it all or you do none of it. You don't get to pick and choose like that. But could this have something to do with the liberal New World Order agenda? Well, we're going to stop writing insurance, or we're going to make it prohibitively expensive. We're going to blame it on climate change because, of course, hurricanes and wildfires and everything, that's all due to climate change. I mean, we even had one idiot congresswoman who said that earthquake in New York a few weeks ago was due to climate change. Moron. Okay. But they're going to blame it on climate change. But then it also fits into well, you know what? Just move into our 15-minute cities. You don't need that house out there anyway. You don't need to heat your house with an alternative source that, burning wood in a fireplace, that creates carbon in the atmosphere. That's going to hurt. No, you need to have central air and central heat. That Joe wants everybody to run off of renewables. Okay, now, give you this. I told you when I did my whole solar setup, the practical impossibility of running my house on solar. Okay. Yes, it could be done. Yes, I'd need a whole hell of a lot more storage in the way of batteries to do it, and it would get crazy expensive. This is what they're trying to do. They are trying to, from every avenue possible, price people out of being able to live in a house. We're going to make the houses expensive. We're going to make the taxes expensive. We're going to make the insurance expensive, if not ridiculous, if not unavailable. We're going to make the electricity expensive. Oh, but, we need $15 an hour minimum wage, which is kind of a snowball rolling downhill. Let's just compound everything here. No, we need more effectiveness. Then you talk about the illegals coming across the border, who they need housing, who that drives the cost of housing up. Again, supply and demand. There's going to be more demand like crazy, which is going to reduce supply, which causes the prices to go up. You think this is bad, okay? And this is one story out of NBC, okay? But this is the figure they come up. 1 in 4 homes in America, about 39 million properties, are under the too large of a financial risk for insurance companies to cover them. 1 in 4. Think about that. You sit in your house, you look across the street, you look at the back door, you look to your left, you look to your right. One of those 4 houses across the entire country, not including yours at this point, the insurance companies won't touch. So what happens? Well, we'll just have to condemn this house, or you'll have to go make tens of thousands of dollars of renovations. Can you imagine what it would take to put a central air system, to retrofit central air into somebody's house? I mean, you're talking about ripping out floors potentially, ripping out ceilings potentially. I mean, you're talking not a total gut job of a house, but I mean, that is a massive, massive construction project. All the ductwork goes, if you've got a basement, go downstairs and look, you'll see all the ductwork. It runs up in the floorboards of your first floor. Where do you think it's running for the second floor? Look where your vents are. Some houses may have some vents in the ceiling. Most of them are in the floor, okay? So now you're looking at, I got to take out the first floor ceiling. This is how crazy it is. They now, in the case of the gentleman who wrote me the email, the insurance company doesn't want him to heat with wood. Why? Because it's flammable. Oh, well, let me see if I got this straight. Go up to New England. And what do they have? Most of the homes up in New England have huge heating oil containers, if you will. I mean, they kind of look like a barrel on its side. Heating oil in the house. Oh, wood's flammable. Okay, it's stored outside. Heating oil, highly flammable, stored in the house. But we've been insuring those people for years. Are you getting this? This is the problem. Do I have an answer for who can insure some of these people? No, I don't, okay? And no, I'm not going to go call every insurance company and see who will do it in every state, because every state's different, okay? That's on you. No, I don't have any recommendations. I know somebody will ask. But you need to pay attention to your home insurance and make sure that what's going on in your state, make sure that people aren't coming up, or insurance companies aren't coming up and starting to cancel people for having something you have. If they do, you need to start shopping around, because just like the banks, you know damn well that Biden and the cast of clowns want to get rid of every financial institution that assists people as well. They want control. And one of the things they want control over more than anything else is your home, is where you live. They want you packed into sardines in 15-minute cities. If you can't insure your house, your mortgage company won't continue your mortgage. Think about that. That's the problem that a lot of people that are in their house already face. 14 years and getting canceled because he's got a stack of firewood? Welcome to the New World Order reality. Pinball out.